So this is the Brother FS40. It's an FS model, so it's similar to the other models. So you can get 60 stitches in this and you can get 100 stitches. So they're all very similar. The only difference is the number of stitches and possibly the number of feet that you get with them. But on the whole, we're just reviewing the machine. Right, here we go. Let's have a look and see what's inside. Got some of the accessories here. Your seam ripper, which is something else they've given you. They've given you 2 spool caps for big spools of thread and little spools of thread. You've got your screwdriver and you have a twin needle spool holder. So it's your thread spindle, so that's good. We've got a cable here, again in another plastic bag, Brother, really. And then we've got a plastic cover to go over our pins. Let's have a look, what else can we see? A pedal. These are very universal across all Brother sewing machines, so you'll get this pedal for their high-end sewing machines as well as the low-end. There you go. All their digital machines. And we've got a plastic cover for the sewing machine. Let's open it up and have a look. There you go. I actually don't know anybody. I've taught lots of people. I mean, I could say I've taught hundreds of people. I've never seen anybody use these plastic covers on their machines. Unnecessary. Right, let's pull this out. Oh, we've got the manual in here as well. The manual is very important. Please make sure you spend some time reading it. Go and grab yourself a cup of tea. Put your feet up for half an hour. I mean, it was heavy work bringing this machine in. Now it's time to go and earn a few minutes and do some studying. So you've got a DVD there. If you're old school, you've got a DVD to watch the methods. I have watched them and they're okay. And they're there and they're useful. Lots of paper, unnecessary paper, lots of different languages. Now I'm finished being horrified at the amount of plastic, polystyrene, paper. Before we've even got to the machine, let's get the machine open. So on the front you can see the 40 different stitches presented on the blue panel. And you've got a little screen there on which you will press all the buttons to adjust the width, the stitch length, the number of the stitch style that you want. Also on the front you can see the speed control just there, and the speed control underneath that we've got the needle up down position, which is really handy for a lot of fiddly work when you need to just have that needle down and you don't reach over to a hand wheel. And you've got the automatic and you've got the electronic reverse button. So that's your front panel. So it's a rotary hook system, which means it's a top loader. So the bobbin goes in from the top. That makes it so much easier to thread up. And Brother do have a nice threading up system on their machines. On the side you've got the hand wheel, and Brother have these grooves on the top, which when you've got the thread take up lever at the highest point. On the top of the machine, here's our threading system. So we just need to put our thread in there. I don't know if we've got a piece of felt to put on there, but you just pop your thread on there. The second spool for your twin needle will go on the bobbin there, just like that. And that's your bobbin winder, which if you just push that to the side, that will allow you to feed thread onto the bobbins. We've got a thread map on there to show you how to fill up the bobbin, and we've got the threading system here to thread the machine up. Now if we slide this extension arm across, I can reveal the little bag of goodies that we get with the machine. Let's have a look inside. So we've got the buttonhole foot. So it's a one-step buttonhole, and the buttonhole and you can see there are a number of buttonholes. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different buttonholes there, which is really good. You've got a selection of needles here. You've got you have one needle in there. I think you've got one needle in there. It's a size 14. You have a twin needle, which is different from the other twin needles that we had. The other ones had a dog leg. So you can see what I mean by dog leg, slightly shifted to the other side. I don't understand why the twin needle system is like that on the heavy duty sewing machine. I haven't tried it yet. If any of you know, that'd be great. We've got our different feet. You've got your zigzag foot, your standard zigzag foot already installed on the machine. You have foot to end, which is great for embroidery. So all these decorative stitches that you'll stitch out, use foot end. It just makes it slide a little bit better. It's a little bit wider, and it just adheres to the fabric a little bit better. You have your edge foot, so your overlocking foot. You have your blind hem foot, which will be great. Get some extra bobbins, so we get 4 extra bobbins in all. Of course, we get the standard zip foot and your button foot. And 3 needles there. Again, doesn't say which size. Alright, so this is why you read the instructions, because it really does make sense. So we've got 10, which is your needle set. So they are universal needles. You've got your 11, 14 and your 16. And then on 12, you've got your 90, 14. So it's size 14, 0.9 of a millimetre thick. That's what the 90 is. Number 12 is a ballpoint needle. So that's great for jersey fabrics. So we can use that for stretch. Number 11 is a twin needle, but they've not told you how wide it is. So it's 2 millimetres wide. That's pretty good number of accessories with the machine. So that's not too bad, is it? That doesn't look too shabby. And of course you've got the buttonhole foot. Now I want to be able to do a straight stitch with the needle in the middle. You've got 2 straight stitches there. The needle position moves to the middle. See the hole there in the centre of our machine foot? That's representing that hole there. So if you've got that dot on the left, it means the needle will move over to the left, and that's great for top stitching. And that's why they have that sort of funny slit. Rather than in the middle, it's on the left. Alright, so I've got 2 sheets of fabric here. I'm going to just stitch. Start off slow. That's really slow. Yeah, you need to keep your finger on the reverse button, go all the way back, and then press go. The button doesn't light up, but that's okay. Let's speed it up a little bit. So that's the speed at 2, and if we go faster, and that's the speed at 4. Alright, so I've got my pleated mask, and I'm going to go down the side here. I want to see how this machine can handle all the different, all the layers basically. What we can do is just go straight over like this. So we're not having to go uphill. I'm not going to put that strain on the machine. So needle down, and we'll do a couple of stitches. Okay, so I did 2, but it did a 3rd one. Okay, it's struggling, but it's getting there. Really struggled with that. so my fabric's moving. There's no reason for it to move. I'm not guiding it straight. So I've been keeping my eye on this mark here to keep the edge of my fabric there, but I have no control over it. I'm going to try again. So I've placed my fabric back on this line. Now, it's a common phenomenon with these machines that the fabric tends to move over to the left, and you can see that. I mean, I know I'm terrible at sewing, but at this sort of speed I should not be getting stitching like that, and that's because the fabric sort of veered off. Okay, let's see if we can go back up the other way. I just can't get it. And the pedal doesn't give me good control. There we go. Right. Let's see if we can stay straight this time. Just as want to go. I'm not going uphill. I'm on a 2 layers of fabric, or 4 layers. So it's veering off to the left a little bit. I'm forcing it to stay in the middle. And it's not reversing back, so I'm going to pull it. And then just... Okay. Okay, so you can see the stitching there where I struggle for the machine to start, and you can see skipping stitches. Look at the unevenness of this. My son is going to hate me if I give him this, but look at the stitches where I've tried to force it to go straight line. And there. So it's true about these machines, these FS machines. So a lot of people claim that this machine veers off to the left and they don't understand why. And you've seen that it does. I have no reason for it, not to, for it not to work. I bought this machine for myself and I want it to work. But if it doesn't, then it's not the machine for me. So let me explain why it possibly could be that it's happening. Basically, you've got a good number of feed dogs, and they do stand out really well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you've got 7 rows of feed dogs there. So in theory, it should work. I've shown you one other machine with 7 rows of feed dogs, and it was a necking machine, and that handled a lot more more demand than this. Let's see what the power is on this machine. So this machine offers us 40 watts of power. Okay, so that's the lowest amount of power I've seen on a machine. So when you change a needle, just pop something over the needle plate so that when you unscrew the needle out and you don't catch it in time, it doesn't fall down the needle hole. I'm actually going to use 100, size 100, that's a 16. The 100 is a 0.1 of a millimetre. Is that right? No, it's not. It's 1 millimetre thick. It's actually 1 millimetre thick. Okay. Really could do with a threader. Automatic threader on these machines. Unplugging the pedal because I find it very painful to use, so I'm going to just use the buttons on the front of the machine, and let's see what we get. So that's 3 millimetres, and we've got nice even stitches going on. Let's go up to 2 layers of leatherette. Whoops. There we go. And 2 layers is fine. So let's see what we get when we get 3 layers. Okay, so you can see it started off, I've not changed the stitch setting at all. So you can see the stitches have started to become smaller. And if we go up to 4 layers, let's see what happens. Now I can smell the machine straining. So I don't know what's going on there. I want to do that a little bit more. So the stitches have become smaller and a little bit uneven with 4 layers, but it's doing it. It's actually stitching through the 4 layers of the leatherette. So it's not too bad. 40 watts isn't too bad for this. I think if we increase or loosen the tension a little bit, I'm going to loosen the tension and see if that makes a difference to our 4 layers. And no, our stitches are still a little bit smaller. Loosening the tension, we're still getting actually uneven stitches as well. So it's not handling 4 layers, but it seems to handle, and that was 3 layers there, wasn't it? So it handles 2 layers of leatherette quite happily. I'm wondering whether, you know, our delicate fabric, I'm wondering whether our delicate fabrics like chiffon and jersey work. Actually, let's use the jersey needle. So we've got the ballpoint needle, which is the gold tip. Right, so here's some power mesh that I've got to try out. So let's place that in the machine. A nice wide seam allowance. Okay, we've got an E6. E6, the motor locked up because the thread is tangled. Clean the race to remove the tangled thread. Okay, so I can't lift up. Oh no, the hand wheel's gone up. And I've got a fabric jam. Okay, not happy about that. So it's a case of undoing those screws and getting this all out. So you see, my concern with this machine is it just doesn't handle, because of its low power, the feed dogs can't handle the different sorts of fabrics very well. Potentially it could, but it's a big letdown. And I can see why people will be frustrated with their machines. I rarely have this happen on my machines that I use, that I tend to have with good power. So I've got to go and find that. There we go. So, and I've got to cut this for it to